Have you ever wondered about the origins of one of the world's oldest civilizations? Our journey starts at the dawn of civilization in Asia, a region rich in history and cultural diversity. Among the first to leave their mark on this vast continent were the people of the Indus Valley around 5,000 years ago. This civilization, thriving from 3300 to 1300 before Common Era, was distinguished by its unique urban planning, sophisticated craftsmanship, and an as-yet undeciphered writing system. Cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa stand testament to their architectural prowess, with advanced drainage systems and standardized brick sizes that speak volumes about their societal organization and engineering skills. Parallel to this, another extraordinary civilization was taking root in the fertile lands of the Yellow River in ancient China, flourishing from 2100 to 221 before Common Era. The Chinese made remarkable strides in various fields, from inventing paper and gunpowder to developing a comprehensive writing system that is still in use today. Their centralized government, led by the legendary Yellow Emperor, laid the foundation for a socio-political structure that would influence China for millennia. But these civilizations were not just about buildings and inventions. They were living, vibrant societies where people traded goods, worshipped gods, and developed cultural traditions. The Indus Valley people, for instance, had a strong sense of civic responsibility, as seen in their well-planned cities. In China, the concept of mandate of heaven was born, a belief that the ruler was chosen by the heavens, thereby intertwining the spiritual with the political. The birth of civilization in Asia was a significant leap for humanity, a period marked by the creation of writing systems, the development of urban planning, and the emergence of early forms of government. These societies, though thousands of miles apart, shared a common thread: the quest for knowledge, the pursuit of harmony, and the desire to leave a lasting imprint on the sands of time. Thus, the roots of Asian history are deep, defined by early advancements in civilization. From the ashes of ancient civilizations, powerful empires began to rise, but who were they? Let's start with the Maurya Empire, which emerged in India around the 4th century BC. Under the leadership of its most famous ruler, Ashoka, the Maurya Empire expanded across the Indian subcontinent. Ashoka, after witnessing the horrors of war, converted to Buddhism and became a champion of peace and ethical governance. His edicts, inscribed on pillars and rocks, spread messages of morality and justice throughout his vast empire. Then came the Gupta Empire, often referred to as the Golden Age of India. Flourishing from the 4th to the 6th century AD, it witnessed profound advancements in art, literature, science, and philosophy. The Gupta period was marked by incredible intellectual creativity, with scholars like Aryabhata making significant strides in mathematics and astronomy. Meanwhile, in China, the Han, Tang, and Song dynasties were making their own indelible marks on history. The Han dynasty, from 202 BC to 220 AD, is often considered a golden age in Chinese history, with significant advancements in arts, politics, technology, and trade. The Tang and Song dynasties, on the other hand, saw a flowering of culture and innovation, with the invention of gunpowder, the printing press, and the compass, inventions that would eventually change the world. Down in Southeast Asia, the Khmer Empire, known for the majestic temple of Angkor Wat, was making its mark. From the 9th to the 15th centuries, the Khmer Empire was a powerhouse of military, cultural, and architectural achievement. Its intricate temples and structures showcase a refined aesthetic sense and an extraordinary understanding of engineering and water management. These empires, each distinct in their own right, have left a lasting legacy. They've shaped the course of history, not just within their borders, but across continents. Their contributions to art, science, philosophy, and governance are still evident today, permeating our modern world in ways we might not even realize. These empires, each unique, contributed significantly to the cultural richness of Asia. How did a nomadic tribe manage to create the largest land empire in history? This is the question that leads us to the Mongol Empire, a story of power, conquest, and influence that stretched from the steppes of Mongolia to the gates of Europe. The Mongol Empire began with one man, Genghis Khan. Born into a simple nomadic tribe, Genghis Khan's ambition and military genius led him to unite the disparate tribes of Mongolia under his rule. From there, he set his sights on the rest of Asia. His armies were relentless, moving with a speed and ferocity that left their enemies in disarray. His empire, at its zenith, covered an astonishing 24 million square kilometers, with diverse cultures and religions. The Mongol Empire's expansion wasn't just a tale of military conquest. It was also a story of cultural exchange. This is where the Silk Road comes into play. This ancient network of trade routes connected the East and the West, serving as a conduit for goods, ideas, and cultural practices. It was the internet of its time, a cosmopolitan hub that connected diverse civilizations. Under Mongol rule, the Silk Road thrived. They protected the trade routes, ensuring the safe passage of merchants and travelers. This led to an unprecedented exchange of goods. Luxurious silks, precious gems, and exotic spices from the East made their way to the West, while Western innovations and ideas traveled to the East. But it wasn't just goods that were exchanged. The Silk Road was a melting pot of cultures and religions. Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, and other belief systems spread and intermingled, influencing societies across Asia and beyond. The Mongols, despite their reputation as fierce warriors, were surprisingly tolerant of different cultures and religions within their empire. This tolerance, along with their protection of the Silk Road, allowed for an incredible era of cultural exchange and economic prosperity. The Mongol Empire and the Silk Road were key factors in shaping the interconnected history of Asia. Their legacy is a testament to the power of cultural exchange and the enduring influence of one nomadic tribe. What happened when the East met the West? A monumental shift in history occurred as European powers began to set their sights on Asia. The 15th century marked the beginning of an era that would drastically change the face of this vast continent. It was a time when the allure of spices, silk, and other exotic commodities drew the West to the East, igniting the spark of colonial domination. The Portuguese were the first to arrive, heralding the onset of European influence in Asia. They established a strategic foothold in Goa, India, and Macau, China, marking the beginning of a new era. However, it was not long before other Western powers followed suit. The Dutch, the British, the French, and the Spanish all began to establish their own colonies, each leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of Asia. One of the most significant episodes during this period was the Opium Wars in China. The British, dissatisfied with the trade imbalance, began exporting opium from India to China. The Chinese government's attempt to halt this illicit trade led to two wars, both of which ended in British victory. These events resulted in the cession of Hong Kong to Britain and the opening of several treaty ports, signaling a period of significant Western influence in China. Meanwhile, in India, the British East India Company gradually expanded its control over the subcontinent. What started as a mere trading post in the early 17th century eventually transformed into a full-fledged colonial rule by the mid-19th century. This colonization had profound implications, reshaping India's political, economic, and social fabric. In Southeast Asia, the Dutch, Spanish, and French carved out their own colonies, imposing their culture, religion, and administrative systems onto the indigenous populations. Western influence brought about drastic changes in Asia, setting the stage for the modern era. It was a period of upheaval, resistance, and transformation, which still resonates in the mind of Asia today. The legacy of this encounter between the East and the West continues to shape the course of Asian history. How did Asia evolve into the dynamic continent we know today? Well, it's a tale of resilience, reinvention, and remarkable growth. The road to modern Asia began with the decolonization process post-World War II. This period was marked by a wave of nationalism as countries across the continent sought to regain their sovereignty and establish their own identities. From India's peaceful struggle for independence, led by Mahatma Gandhi, to the tumultuous partition of Indochina, to the establishment of the State of Israel, the map of Asia was being redrawn. This period also saw the birth of modern nations such as North and South Korea and the People's Republic of China. But it was not just about political freedom. The latter half of the 20th century witnessed an economic boom that transformed Asia. Japan rose from the ashes of war to become a technological giant. The four Asian tigers, Hong Kong, Singapore, South Korea, and Taiwan, roared onto the global stage with rapid industrialization and high growth rates. And today, the rise of India and China as economic superpowers is reshaping the global order. This economic growth has been accompanied by cultural influence. From Bollywood movies to K-pop music, from anime to martial arts, Asia's cultural exports have found fans around the globe. And let's not forget the impact of Asian cuisine, from sushi to dim sum, from curry to kimchi, adding flavor to the world's palate. Asia has also become a leader in technology, with innovations in mobile technology, e-commerce, and artificial intelligence coming from this part of the world. And it's not just about the economy and culture. Asian countries are increasingly playing a key role in addressing global challenges, from climate change to public health. From ancient civilizations to modern powerhouses, Asia's history is a captivating journey that continues to shape our world. This journey is far from over. As we look to the future, there's no doubt that Asia will continue to play a pivotal role in shaping the course of history. So, let's keep watching, learning, and appreciating the rich tapestry that is Asia's history.